Hi guys, Harry Yotis here. I've been a professional trader for 20 years now, started in 2005 and still going strong in 2026. So let's get started with a daily market update. Here we are, picture of the S&P 500. This is Tuesday, the 13th of January, 2026. Well, the news of the day for me is that, remember, we're still in Opex, as I like to call it. It's options expiry week. You should expect to see up, down choppiness going forward. Shake out the long, shake out the shorts, and get all that option premium to expire worthless. And of course, today we had Trump announce 25% tariffs on any country doing business with Iran. So China is furious. We'll get to that shortly. Right now, let's talk about the technical picture. Still bullish. Nothing has changed from yesterday. I love this volatility contraction pattern. You have each successive drop less severe than the next, and a breakout. And a breakout occurred, I would say, on Friday the 9th. However, today we had a down day. Okay, chop X, as we said, chop X. Either we're going to chop around before going forward to kill the premium. Okay. So the technical picture, I mean, we don't have to elaborate from yesterday. It's bullish. Okay, so let's bring on the sentiment, and we're right on the border. We can barely get a day of greed. Barely get a day of greed. And it's like the weakest greed you can possibly imagine. Yes, stock price strength is starting to get into the greed neutral. Put call ratio still at extreme fears. People still buying puts as the market goes down. I'm telling you, this is a wall of worry. Classic wall of worry. Nobody cares about this market. Everybody still has one foot out the door. Okay, we have not solidified any kind of bullish optimism yet in the market. It's not even close. Okay, that's why I still remain bullish. The technicals support it, the fundamentals support it, because the market is grinding higher, albeit at a lower pace. It's still grinding higher, and the sentiment supports it. Okay, so let's get into today's discussion. Well, Opex, chop, and Trump. Expect to see the Opex chop as we go into Friday. I don't think any big moves will happen. If they do, it's going to be very, very rare and pretty significant because something fundamentally has changed, although I don't foresee it up until Friday. So the big news of the day is, apart from the Opex, don't forget, Trump immediately imposes 25% tariffs on countries that do business with Iran. That could include China. That definitely includes China. And it's 100% a definite shot across the bow of China. Okay, and China says they don't like it. Look, President Donald Trump faced new 25% tariff. All of a sudden, he wants to open up multiple fronts and destroy China, especially China's access to heavy oil. We know this. So what happened to our proxy for this global resource war that Trump is exacerbating? It's gold and silver. Gold. The precious metals. Gold up, but then giving it up throughout the day. It finished basically flat on the day. This is still a beautiful chart. I love it. The breakthrough continues. I will use gold as a proxy for the geopolitical aspect of the global resource war. And I'm going to use silver as the industrial and sovereign aspect of the, more industrial. I guess it's a combo of both, as the poster child for the industrial demand of global resources that are being sought after by the BRICS and the states. Okay, silver, boom, up another 2.9%. It's trading at $87 in the West. However, if you look at the Shanghai price here, the blue line is the Shanghai price, and the gray line, I would assume, is the Western price. So it's $93.83 an ounce in Shanghai, where here it's what, 85, 87? What was it? 87. Okay. So another 5-point spread there, and it continues to go higher because the fundamentals have not been alleviated. Okay. And if you follow my X, you would see that January has become a big month for physical delivery of silver. In terms of the amount of silver that is demanded for physical delivery, I think it's over 6,000 contracts so far, and we're like halfway like almost halfway into the month. So this is big for a non-delivery month. So you have all these fundamentals supporting silver and the global resource war going forward. Okay, so that's what 25% tariffs do. This is why you should still be in this space. Okay, so let's go on to the third portion of today's podcast, which I notice, and I guess nobody's talking about it as much, but Bitcoin. Look at the move today. This is what I like when nobody's talking about it. Remember I said a couple of episodes back that I'm looking at Bitcoin when it was trading around here. I really don't care about it going forward, but it's basing out, and don't call me until it gets above that 94,500 level. Well, today it touched it. Okay, it's starting to get interesting. This is where you might want to buy it for a long. I'm already long MARA as my Bitcoin proxy. But to me, even if it breaks out, it'll probably go to 109 before rolling over, because this is still a bearish trend. I don't like it. So far, I still think it's bearish. But the technicals are still okay. I mean, the RSI is still neutral, plenty of room to go higher, I would say. But might stall around the 105 to 110 level. And definitely the 110 here will be serious resistance. So, like, for me, Bitcoin, because nobody's playing it, this could be a trade for you guys. I hope my MARA position gets up. Let's look at MARA. I hope my MARA position gets up to the 13s. That would be nice. Okay. So the reason, I mean, I don't like MARA, look at it, generally speaking, but for a trade that I'm still holding since, long time ago, August of 2020, September, I think, something like that, of 2025. I'm hoping that it'll go up so I could recoup some of the losses that I'm feeling in this trade. It's not that bad, but it will be like a break-even trade if it goes to 13. Okay, so not too bad. However, the reason I like it is because you have here the stochastics. You have the price going down and the RSI going up. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me make it a little bit more clear by drawing some lines here. You have here the price going down and the RSI going up. Will it let me draw it? I don't know if it lets me draw it in this level, but you can see that the RSI is going up as the price is going down. This is called positive divergence. Okay, so you have some technical indicator to get in if you'd like, but remember, I am not super ecstatic about the Bitcoin space itself. This is just for a trade because it's still in a bearish configuration. Okay, and a lot of work has to be done after the capitulation sell-off. So I'm not a big fan. Let's clean this up a bit. I'm not a big fan of Bitcoin, but since I already have a position, I'm hoping it gets up, especially MARA, to the $13 level. But another one you can play is Clean Spark. I like this one as well compared to the rest. It too, if you look at the stochastics, you have the price here going up with this thing going up. Okay, so this is even better. Okay? This is like a stronger play. People will probably buy Clean Spark first before they buy MARA. Okay, so this is more not necessarily. What would you say, positive divergence? It happened really here before. Okay, like if you can see, at this point, you have the RSI going down with the price going up. Okay, so this is, I guess, the opposite of positive divergence. It's just that I noticed that generally speaking, people will buy Clean Spark first before they buy MARA and the rest. That's just anecdotal. Okay, it's not something to hang your hat on. Remember, I'm just looking at this as a short-term trade to potentially get my MARA position out of trouble because I am still bearish on Bitcoin in the longer term. And after this breakout, if it happens, there's going to be serious resistance going forward. Okay, at the 105 to 110 levels. So this is why I'm not super excited about this trade, but I noticed that because nobody's talking about it, there might be a short-term trading opportunity in it. Okay, so that's it, guys. Let's recap. SPY, we're in the middle of Opex. Okay, you expect to see choppiness for the entire week. Trump announces 25% tariffs on anybody doing business with Iran. The saber rattling is continuing. So we have the global resource war still heating up. This is why we have gold still bid and will continue to do so, and why silver is outperforming as well. Okay, and we also looked at a potential trade in Bitcoin. If you guys want, I'm in it because I was a long time ago. I wouldn't take it if I didn't have the position. But for me, if you guys like Bitcoin, this is a good setup due to the negative divergence experienced in MARA. This is the one that I have. So you see the price going down while the RSI going up. This is positive divergence. And this is why I'm hoping that this would go up to the $13 level, in which case I'm out. So this is a very, very short-term trade. Okay, so that's it, guys. I hope you like what you heard. Of course, subscribe and like, and of course, comment below, and I will get to it as fast as I can. And like we said, this is Chop X week. Expect choppiness going forward, which is what I expect to see. So that's it, guys. Later.